dice 3 y tu tiempo se acabó. Hey everyone, welcome to Vlogmas Day 8. My name is AnaFalcon. I'm a teacher, researcher, comedian living in Tallinn, and this is my vlogs about my life as an artist, working in tech and education. So today you are going to be in a Mexican posada. So it's gonna get super loud. That means that probably I will do voiceovers to explain each part of the party because of course we have like a whole thing going on in Mexican posadas that is necessary to do for it to be like super traditional. I'm very excited. The last time I organized a posada was 2019 here in Tallinn. It's been 5 years. Now, usually I organize community events because I have an NGO. But this one, it's only with my friends, my Mexican friends, and their families. So I'm very excited to bring them together. We found an awesome place called Viva Latin Food in Kalamaya, which is like little Brooklyn in Estonia. So it's a super trendy little restaurant that is allowing us to use their kitchen and facilities to have like a kick-ass party. And that's so good because as a host, you know, that is a hassle like to find like seating and arranging everything, but also my apartment is tiny. So as you can see, like my face is changing like weird colors. That's it because my Christmas tree, which is still unfinished and I will plan to finish tomorrow, stay tuned for that, it's next to me. So I have all these jolly colors going up and down, but I want you to bring you along for the ride. Before we go, this is a quick fit check. As you can see, I'm also watching Vlogmas. Sorry about that. My outfit for this posada, it's gonna be this Tenango sweater. Tenango is the name of the technique in which this sweater was embroidered. The sweater is modern, but the technique is like super artisanal. It was made by an artisan in Mexico, and I got it online a couple of years ago. I cannot remember exactly where, but I will look, and if they are still active, I will link it up. They usually sell worldwide. I did not have to go to Mexico to pick this up, so I'm very, very proud of that. So I have a growing collection of different Mexican artisanal clothing or modern clothing with artisanal techniques that I will show you through the videos. And my skirt is a find from Humana. Humana is a thrift shop here in Tallinn, and I actually got it, I think it was like for €1, so it is incredible. And the leggings that I'm wearing, they are velvet leggings by Primark. I cannot wait until I go to Lisbon this week because I am getting new leggings from Primark. The velvet leggings are the best leggings ever, and I cry because in Tallinn we don't have Primark, and they do have really, really good velvet leggings, like unbeatable, and they are so cozy and warm. And finally, I have my socks, which are normal, because here in Tallinn, in Estonia in general, every apartment is a shoe-free zone. So all your cute shoes go to the entrance of the apartment. Like, it's very, very rare that you are able to wear your shoes inside, unless it's like a restaurant like the one we are going. So as you can see, I'm wearing a different sweater because I discovered that the other one was not clean, so I had to change, and I was quite unhappy. So we decided to take the doggy, and honestly that was a mistake for reasons I will mention later. But a friend also brought her dog. That's her Pomeranian, and the owner of Viva Latin Foods in Kalamaya in Tallinn was so nice. She allowed us to have the dogs, and that really was really, really helpful, because we didn't have to take a dog to the dog pet sitting place, but we should definitely have. So we honestly, like, many of us don't meet over the years, so this is a nice chance to meet each other and to meet everyone's partners. So it's a very family type of event. Unfortunately, we had last minute cancellations, so there were no kids, but we also have kids usually at these kinds of parties. But our kids right now were our pets, and as you can see, mine was like completely all over the place, and that's a sign that I should have taken him somewhere. So a real Mexican posada consists of caroling and praying. So in the first carol, you have to beg for shelter. Posada means shelter. And usually you carry a tray with the baby Jesus and a figurine of Mary and Joseph, or just Mary and Joseph and a donkey. But I don't have that one, so I made my best and we used what we had, which was a tiny baby Jesus, a tiny Mary and a tiny Joseph. So here's how we are singing, and it's a very long song. It's like 4 minutes long, but in that time my dog made a huge mess under the place of where my friend Jorge was seated, and we didn't notice, and then as you will see, there were consequences. And here is us like finally entering, and we are super happy because of course it was cold, and after that we have to pray. But that was when Jorge stepped on my dog's little thing, you know, his little surprise. And we had to stop filming because we had to clean up, and that took like the best part of 15 minutes. And I was so ashamed. Those are Jorge's boots, and I was so ashamed. And then we started praying, and here we are taking it very seriously. And between each part of the prayer, which is like 20 minutes long, we sing. So here we are singing and trying to remember the lyrics, and I printed some leaflets, and that was super helpful. And then we could eat. Everyone was in charge of bringing a different dish, and as you can see, we were starving. Like we were like piling on top of each other. There were people in the kitchen. The owner was nice enough to let us cook literally in the kitchen. So we are like trying to try everything. We had mole, we had that's tinga, that's a chicken stew. We had rice, we had tostadas, we had ceviche, which is a fish salad, and everybody everybody was like starving. And of course, a lot of chatting went around. That's me. And finally we had the piñata. So as you can see, the piñata also has a traditional song, and we were super excited to have it. Merari, who's a friend of us who couldn't join, gave us this piñata, and unfortunately the cable holding the piñata fell with the first player, so we had to think very fast, and my husband and another Estonian guy who is the partner of a friend of mine helped us to fix it, and this is how they were fixing. So the Estonian guys are super supportive. Like, they might not know the songs, but they save the day, and we were able to play with the piñata a little bit longer, and honestly it lasted like 4 minutes. And then it finally fell, and I was like, you know guys, let's just rip it apart, which is something you do if it falls like twice. And everybody got super excited, and they are like trying to keep it together and not fight over the candy, and then they fought over the candy. And some people, like my friend Jorge, who's showing a part of the piñata, keep some parts like hats, so it's very fun. And yeah, no candy was left, like no candy was left for me. But yeah, it was very, very fun. And here's me picking up trash, because I was like, okay guys, we have to clean up, and we clean up. And finally we were waiting for our fake New Year. In the north of Mexico, it's a tradition to just pop balloons in the New Year, or firecrackers, but of course we don't have firecrackers, so we may do with the balloons. And here is us doing the countdown. You count the last 10 seconds. Sometimes you put confetti, but I decided that was too messy. And everybody enjoyed the activity, and yeah, that's our New Year's. And we were like, yay, and super, super happy and excited. And then you have to hug everyone, and that's when they were trying to figure out, and we got our Christmas/New Year's hug on December 7th. So that was early, but it was very nice to have all the traditions and just like making new friends. And as you can see, there was like barely a scrap of food left. Literally, we only had like 2 baggies of leftovers. Like, it was a very, very fun thing, and I had a blast. So hopefully you understand a little bit more about Mexican traditions, and you will join me tomorrow as I continue exploring Christmas. So see you tomorrow. much.